Starting out today with just a little laying down comfortable position. So take your time getting there. And we want to take several breaths. So give yourself some time and some long, slow, deep breaths just to transition from whatever kinds of things you've been doing today into a little less doing and a little more being. Let your eyes close down here, maybe kind of fidget. I like to really tuck the shoulder blades underneath the heart and kind of puff the chest open. Feels like a good chest release. So you might try that too. And I like to externally rotate the hips so that the feet flap out. And that feels like a nice release in the hips. Maybe a little tuck into your chin and a little softness in your jaw. And we're just going to allow that deep breath to puff open the chest and puff open the belly on the inhales. And on the exhales, we want all that tissue that we just puffed out and open to contract inward equally as strong. We want big dynamic breath here, big inhales. Big exhales. So please enjoy a few more rounds just like this. Okay, breathing through your nose to the best of your ability. Allowing the breath to resonate in your head so that it sounds like a gentle roar in your ears. It should be comforting, and it should be a little bit warming and stimulating. Maybe 3 more very long, very slow breaths here, practicing your Ujjayi breath, a special yoga breathing technique that you can use anytime to ground yourself, to connect yourself to the moment. Ujjayi. Last breath here. And try to exhale completely. Clean out your lungs. Now keep exhaling, squeeze it all out. Maybe hold it out for 3, 2, 1. And then inhale completely. Hold it at the top, maybe sip in a little bit more. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Let the breath return to a more natural but still deep and slow rhythm. And we'll see if we can keep that very intentional, very focused breath throughout the practice. And if you catch your breath getting a little shallow and short, just remind yourself, bring it back to that deep breathing. Okay, friends, let's start to get a little warm. It's a little bit chilly today. So with that, bring your knees into your chest. We will give a nice little hug here to the knees. One hand on each knee, maybe doing some little circles, maybe opposite knee circles. Kind of saying hello to the hip and low back here. Let's rewind that. Okay, bring those knees back in toward each other. Now hold them there and release your knees, reaching past your shins, okay? Now, only if it feels good and if you want a little bit of a challenge in your core, in your abs, okay? Really draw that belly button down toward the ground like you're trying to smoosh your low back onto the floor. Tuck your chin as if to look at your own chest, and then lift your head and shoulders up off the floor. So if this is too much in any way, or if it causes you pain or stress, you're just going to keep your you're back on the floor. Okay, but if all is going well, come on up. Either way, put your hands against your knees here. Start to push on your knees. Your knees are pushing back against your hands. Hold and breathe. Okay, little challenge here. Once you kind of get the feel of it and you're settled in, really draw that low back into the floor to keep it safe. And we're going to extend the right leg. Take a big breath in, stretching that right leg forward. So you're keeping that press with the left hand on the left knee. Exhale, bring the right knee back in. Push back on it with the right hand. Nice. Inhale, left leg extends. Exhale, bring it back in. Let's do it again. Inhale on the right. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale on the left. Exhale, bring it back. Keep going. Same as this. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Okay, you're going to just find your own rhythm. You don't really have to match mine necessarily. So always feel free to slow it down. Okay, and always feel free to drop your head because this is challenging. Okay, challenging that core for a reason. We want to wake up and stimulate your low back protection system before we start to move. Okay, nice little warming movement. Let's do 3 more on each side. Two more on each side. Last one on each side. Definitely feeling that challenge. Nice. Bring the knees in, roll it all the way up to a boat pose. Okay, so in your boat pose, you can drop your feet down, kind of get your bearings. Okay, it's nice to have a little stability. So grabbing behind your knees, really sit up nice and tall here. So your spine is really long, but it's not quite straight up and down. You're going to lean back just enough that you feel your core kind of light up. You'll feel the abs kind of contract and engage. So hold it right there. Think about pointing your tailbone at your toes and see if you could lift maybe 1, maybe 2 legs. Okay, hold and breathe here in your boat pose. So enjoy rocking a little bit. Let any instabilities just be fine here in your boat pose. I'm going to challenge you to twist here. So you can do that with or without your toes on the floor. Of course, you can drop them at any time. But if you could, let go of your knees and put your fingers together. Okay. Now, you can drop those feet or not, but you're going to turn to look over to one side. Just pick one and look as far behind you as you could. Wring out that spine. Keep breathing. Slowly bring it back to center. Look over the other shoulder. Keep breathing. Look as far as you can. Feel free to drop those feet, friends. We're going to start to move and breathe. Okay, here we go. Inhaling through the center. Exhaling, twist to one side. Maybe open your arms if you want a little more movement here. Exhale through center. Inhale to the other side. Again, exhale through center. Inhale, other side. So you could do this with the knees down or feet down if you like. We're going to keep going, doing a few more rounds. So maybe you close your eyes, a little challenging your balance. How about 3 more on each side? Finding that length in the spine all the time. 2 more on each side. One more on each side. Last one. Very nice twisting. You can grab those knees, friends, and let it go, dropping your feet in front of you. Try this. Try crossing your shins here and just rolling over them to hands and knees. We are magically on hands and knees. Spread your fingers wide here. Nice tabletop position. Okay, make sure your upper body is nice and strong. And you're always doing your best to lift the belly and your heart away from the floor. Think of a bridge being strong away from the earth. That's you. Okay, let's try a little cow pose, back extension. Pull back on your hands like you're trying to move your heart forward And inhale as you arch your spine, really strong in the back. Tuck your toes here. And exhale as you lift your hips up and back. Drop your head, okay? Looking toward the back of your space. Let's do that again. Inhale to hands and knees, cow pose. Pull the heart forward, really pull. Exhale, toes are tucked, lift the hips. Kind of like a downward facing dog, but maybe you really bend your knees because they're not super warm yet. Again, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, down dog. Nice, one more just like that. Just saying hello to the shoulders and legs here. Next time you're in your downward facing dog, hold it right there and just breathe. So your hips are up in the sky, like your tailbone is pointed straight up. And your heart wants to move toward the back of your space, as if it could sail back between your knees. Okay, so keep breathing here and keep bending your knees, kind of opening up the backs of the legs. Okay, downward facing dog can also be replaced at any time with a hands and knees position. Okay, and you can also take a break at any time in a child's pose with your forehead on the floor, sitting on your heels. So always feel free to take breaks, yogis. I'm going to offer you a lot of options and a lot of chances to kind of make your own vibe for your practice. So from your downward facing dog, or if you were in child's pose, go ahead and pop it back up. We'll meet in down dog. And we'll start to build a little different flow just to get warmer and more fluid. So here we go. We'll go through it slowly at first. Move your heart forward here. Find a plank pose. And remember that a plank can always mean your knees are on the ground. Okay, that can be a plank too. And then exhale as you walk to your hands. You can take a nice slow walk. Bend your knees very generously and just hang your body, hang your head, shake it out. Okay, we'll roll it up really slowly here. So make your feet nice and parallel. Bend the knees really liberally and inhale to roll yourself up. Think of your head being the last thing to come up. Reach your arms high, reach your nose high. And with your exhale, we're going to fold it down. So think of hinging at your hips, bending your knees, coming all the way down. Maybe shake your head out down here too. Okay, bend your knees so that the palms can come to the floor. And with your inhale, step it back to a plank. Knees down or up. Yogi's choice. Okay, down or up. Exhale here, press it back to your downward facing dog where we were before. And again, take a few breaths, walking out your heels in down dog, maybe taking a break in a child's pose if you feel more restful right now. Okay, if you're in a child's pose, let your back just relax. If you're in a downward facing dog, push the floor with your hands and your feet and send that heart toward the back of your space. One more breath wherever you are, friends. And let it go. Let's meet back in a downward facing dog. Taking that same little vinyasa again. So inhale here, move your heart forward to a plank, knees up or down. As you exhale, walk to your hands and fold. Inhale to roll it up. I like to think of pushing down in the heels, lifting the heart up. And with your exhale, bend your knees, hinge your hips all the way down. Palms are down. Inhale back to plank. And exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Okay, shake it off. Take a couple breaths here. We're going to do it one more time, just like that, okay? Maybe a little teensy bit faster because we've done it 2 times. Here goes. From downward facing dog, inhale to plank. Exhale to your hands, fold. Inhale, roll it up. Lift your heart. Exhale, hinge it down. Fold. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, walk it out here. We're going to start to make our flow a little more dynamic. We're going to add some more planes of motion. Start adding some twists in. Take breaks anytime you need them, yogis. Here we go. From your downward facing dog, inhale and swing that right leg up in the sky. Okay, with your exhale, send that right foot forward. Drop it outside your right hand, okay? And we're gonna drop the back knee and just kind of move the hips back and forth a few times. Just kind of opening up this nice little lunge shape. Okay, if you want to come up on your fingertips, that's nice too. Gives you a little bit more space. Okay, we won't be here super long, but we will come back. As you're ready, allow the back knee to rest and allow the front hip to kind of come forward. So you're kind of in the lunge. And then see if you could reach all your fingers up in the air, lifting your heart. We're coming up to more upright lunge. Big breath in here. And with your exhale, drop those hands down under your shoulders. And we'll come out the way we came in. Tuck the back toes. That's the left toes. Hover the left knee. And with your inhale, see if you could send the right leg up in the air. With your exhale here, drop it down, downward facing dog. And we'll go ahead and do the other side, same thing. Inhale here and swing that left leg up in the sky. With your exhale, step the left foot forward outside the left hand. Go ahead and drop the right knee. Maybe up on your fingertips here, just kind of rocking your lunge out, kind of gently, hips forward, hips back. Just giving your legs a little time to wake up. Okay, bring the hips forward and kind of sink into the lunge a little bit. And then as you're ready, all fingers up in the sky, think of lifting that heart up and open. Big breath in. And exhale, all the hands down under shoulders. Out the way we came in. Inhale through a 3-leg dog. So the left leg goes up in the sky. And exhale here, drop the left foot, downward facing dog. Okay, we'll take a little vinyasa before we go to the other side, a little cleanse the palate. So feel free to take a child's pose break here if you want to take a break. If you're happy to keep moving and keep active, we're going to go on a little vinyasa and we'll meet in down dog. So inhaling here to a plank. Move that heart forward. Exhale, maybe a little bit of a hop towards your hands. Maybe you walk the rest of the way and fold. Bend your knees here, okay? Keep your hips low, but with your inhale, sweep your fingertips up. So you're going right into a little chair squat, okay? The tailbone points down, the heart goes up. And with your exhale, fold it right back down. Hands down, hips up, fold. Palms are down. With your inhale, maybe a little hop and then step back to your plank. Knees up or down. Okay, knees up or down as you exhale all the way to the floor. You're going to bend your elbows in. I'm just adding some things to our little vinyasa we did earlier. Squeeze those elbows in. As you inhale, pull the heart up and open, looking forward, a cobra shape. And with your exhale, let it go. Tuck your toes. You can come up through hands and knees or a plank to downward facing dog. All right, if you took a little break in child's pose, here we are back in down dog. We're going to go ahead and do some more lunging and more flowing. Okay, with an inhale here, let's get the right leg up in the sky. Exhale here, send that right foot forward, step it outside the right hand. And again, drop the back knee. That's the left knee. Let's add a twist here. With your inhale, sweep the right arm up to the sky. You're going to look over to the right, maybe even all the way up for a really nice complete spinal twist. Exhale back the same way you came in, spinning it all the way down to the lunge. Right hand down. We can get the back knee up here. And with a big breath in, send the right leg up in the sky. Exhale here, sit that right foot down. Back to downward facing dog. Let's do the same thing on the left. Inhaling here, left leg up in the sky. Okay. Exhale, send the left foot forward, drop it outside the left hand. Back knee down, just like before. This time, again, add the twist. Inhale, send the left hand up, looking up at it. Exhale, set the left hand down under your left shoulder. Big shoulder movement. Okay, you're back in your lunge. Lift the back knee. And inhale, three-leg dog, left leg in the sky. Exhale here, downward facing dog, both feet down. Okay. Let's do 2 more rounds just like that, maybe a little faster. Okay, but we're going to take a little vinyasa in between. It'll be the same one as before. So see if you could follow along. Here we go. Inhale for a plank. Heart moves forward. Exhale, maybe a little hop and step to your hands and fold. Bend your knees. Inhale to that chair squat. Hips stay down. Heart moves up. Exhale and fold it back down. Palms are down. Inhale to plank. So maybe a little hop and then step to plank. Exhaling all the way down to the floor. So maybe knees are down. Squeeze your elbows in. Pull your heart forward on the inhale. Cobra shape. Big chest. And exhale. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Walk it out here. Shake it off. Okay. I'm going to do another round, maybe a little faster, of the lunge with the twist. Okay, nothing new, just a little faster. Here we go. Inhaling here, right leg in the sky. Exhale, send the right foot forward, step to the lunge. So you could keep the back knee down or up, yogi's choice. Inhale, right hand in the sky, twist open. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, right leg in the sky, 3-leg dog. Exhale, foot down, downward facing dog. On the left, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot forward to the lunge. Back knee up or down. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, 3-leg dog, right leg in the sky. Exhale. Sorry, that was the left leg in the sky. Exhale, left foot down, downward facing dog. Okay, if you need a break right now, take a child's pose. Otherwise, I'm going to lead us through another vinyasa. We're going to come back around and do a little bit more. Inhaling here, find the plank. Same little vinyasa as before. Exhale, maybe a little hop, then step to your hands. Fold. Bend your knees. Inhale to your chair squat, looking up, tailbone down. Exhale to the fold all the way down. Palms are down. Inhale to your plank. You can hop it and step. Exhale all the way down to the floor. Inhale, cobra chest. Pull it up and open. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, if you took a little child's pose break, join us in down dog. We have one final round. It'll all be familiar, same as before. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step to the lunge. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, 3-leg dog, right leg up. Exhale, downward facing dog, right foot down. On the left, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step to the lunge. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot down, downward facing dog. One last little vinyasa and we'll move on to other things, friends. Inhaling, heart forward to plank. Exhale, little hop, little step to your hands and fold. Bend your knees, inhale into your chair squat. Make it nice and low now that we're warm. Then exhale, fold it back down. Palms are down. Inhale to your plank, hop or step. Exhale all the way down. Inhale for your cobra. Think of pulling your heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, friends, nice and warm. Let's take 5 or 6 breaths wherever you are. If you need to kind of take a little chill break, you could come down to a child's pose and take your breaths there, okay? If you're feeling real active in your practice today, you want to stay up in your downward facing dog, do that too. Wherever you are, let your breath slow down. Okay, notice your heart rate halfway through your practice here. Maybe just close your eyes and check in. If you're in a child's pose, just let your whole back body relax and melt off of you. If you're in a downward facing dog, push the floor with your hands and your feet and move that heart towards the back of the mat. Okay, one thing I like to do in down dog is remember to pull the elbows in toward each other and pull the heels so that you can't really see them anymore. You kind of spin the heels back. Wherever you are, one more big breath here. And let it go. And then we'll meet back in a downward facing dog if you were anywhere else. And don't worry, I won't have you here a long time. Just go ahead and bend your knees and walk towards your hands. And we'll take a nice hanging fold here. So really bend your knees, maybe grab your elbows and let all your neck muscles relax to let your head go. Some swaying, I think, might be in order here. You want to think about letting your spine kind of hang down low. Okay, it's a nice opportunity here when your spine is kind of hanging in traction to really feel it lengthening. The low back, the upper back, everything. Okay, as you're ready, square off your feet so that they're hip width and the legs are nice and parallel. And with your inhale, roll yourself all the way up. Okay, might feel nice here to really push down into your heels, reach your heart really high, and maybe add in a little back bend if it feels nice. Make sure that belly button pulls into your spine. Okay, and then as you're ready, you can just bring your hands down together by your heart. And we'll stay standing for a little while. I'm going to turn to face you just so that my words make more sense. But we are in the same place. Okay. We're going to do some balancing. So if you want a little balancing support at any point, you can just find yourself a nice wall. Walls are wonderful friends for balancing practice. A chair, a couch, a table, something that you can just put maybe one finger on, and that helps a lot. So feel free to do that. Okay, we're going to put a lot of weight in the right foot. So go ahead and press the weight down into the right foot and start to lift the left heel off the ground. We want to feel all the corners of the right foot pushing down equally. We want the tailbone pointed at the floor, right? Really nice posture. And the shoulders low down the back. What if we externally rotate the left hip so that we point the left knee out to the left? Notice how that feels. Nice opening for that left hip. Okay, maybe we could pick the left foot up off the floor and actually step on the inside of the right calf. Now, what we're looking for is to keep this external rotation in the left hip. So please keep that. We're balancing, friends. If you ever need to bring the left toe down, you will. Okay, increasing your surface area on the floor. Breathe here. If you want more to think about, you could attempt to bring the left foot above the right knee. However, please avoid pressing on the knee at all. You want to skip the knee entirely and bring it all the way up into your thigh. And then once you get it there, think of pushing as hard as you can, pushing the foot to step into the thigh. Hold and breathe in your tree pose, Vrikshasana. You might choose to take your arms wide. Okay, spreading your weight away from the center of gravity, kind of challenge yourself here. And I have one final challenge for you. Okay, no worries if you fall out of your tree and you just have to come back in. Okay, that's what defines your practice, getting back in, not falling out. So your challenge is thinking about keeping that center of gravity really stable. Go ahead and look out toward one of your hands. You're going to turn your nose to point in that direction. Keep your gaze steady. Keep your eyebrows soft. Okay, challenge yourself to bring it through center with the nose and over to the other side. Okay. Ooh, letting that right leg work and wobble. We're almost done with this side. And the right leg can rest. Bring it back in, friends, to center. How slowly can we release from this pose? So slide the left leg down the right, slide the left foot down the right leg with control. Both feet down. This is a really nice time to bend your knees, hinge at your hips, and fold. Bend the knees and hang. I like to bend one knee more than the other at a time, so it acts like a nice stretch for the legs here. So your right leg is just about cooked. We made it really warm. Should be a nice stretch. As you're ready, we're coming up and we're doing the other side. So roll it up, big breath in. Maybe you add in a tiny little back bend here if it feels nice. And exhale, hands at your heart. Let's do the other side. Grounding into the left foot. Okay, remember the tailbone points down here really helps to keep the posture solid, to keep the belly muscles strong. Right heel up, and we could spin on that right toe to point the knee to the right. And you could keep the toe down, or you could pick it up, step on your calf. Keep that nice external rotation. Maybe you bring the foot up to the thigh, but do step firmly into that thigh. Okay, grow your tree however you like. Keep the posture long and soft. And embrace wobbling. Trees are strong because they can flex and wobble. So little challenging here for your balance. Let's square the shoulders down the back. Look over in one direction. See if you could point the nose all the way that way. And over back to center. Change the gaze over to the other side. Ooh, so challenging for that left leg to hold for so long, all your body weight. Yeah? Okay, bringing it back to center here very calmly. And how slowly, with control, can we release this right foot? Slide it down. Back to standing. Fold, bend your knees, hang your head. And shake it out. The back of the left leg should be nice and soft now as well. Okay, from here, I'm going to turn back so that I'm at the front of my mat where I left you and turned away from you. From your fold, bend the knees nicely so you can get those palms on the ground. Step your feet all the way back and come down to your hands and knees. Okay, we've done some nice flowing and gotten the joints really warm and fluid. We've done some nice balancing. And now I think we deserve some nice stretching time. So from your hands and knees, we're going to ground into the right hand and make sure the right elbow and the shoulder stay active and not locked, okay? Ground into that right hand. And with your inhale, we're going to sweep the left arm up and open. So it's a big open chest shape. With your exhale, we're going to twist. We're going to send the left arm all the way under the right. So think of reaching so far that you have to bend your right elbow to set your left shoulder on the ground. But don't get too comfortable yet because we're coming up. So push up, reach up again, unfold, untwist yourself, big breath in. Then exhale, twist and reach all the way down. Just one more like that, okay? Nice big breath. Inhale, reach and twist up and open. Exhale, reach and twist all the way down. Okay, so from here, actually do let your left shoulder come down to the floor. Actually do let the left side of your head come down too. And just enjoy this big stretch in all the tissue behind your left shoulder and between your shoulder blades. Okay, so if all is going well, you're just going to start to press your left hand. I'm going to spin around to face you here. Okay, but we are in the same position. So you're going to press the back of your left hand, which is on the floor, press it down. So notice when you do that, you get that stretch in the back of your shoulder more. So you decide how much you want. Okay, make sure your spine has enough space to be long. Maybe walk your knees back so they're under your hips. And if you want more here, you can reach the right arm up and open too, like you're trying to open your arms wide to give a hug. But remember your long neck. So take a few more breaths here. We're just wringing out your whole spine and torso big time. So the bigger the breath, the better. Think about pointing your tailbone directly away from your head. It kind of wants to point to the right, doesn't it? One more breath here in your inverted twist shape. Bring it down. We're going to come up and out through that twist one more time, just like we did before. So press down into the right hand. Reach up with the left, twisting up and open. One last time, stretching, open the chest, compressing all the tissue we just stretched. And exhale, bring it down. We're going to do that on the other side, everything the same. So grounding into the left hand, keep the left elbow bendy and not locked, okay? Inhale the right arm up. So spin up and open with your inhale. Exhale, the right hand reaches under the left on the exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale up, think front side open. Exhale down. Think of the back of your ribs opening here. One more up. And down. Okay, now once you come down again to this little inverted twist, hold it. Let the right shoulder down, the right head down, right side of your head. And remember to make a nice long neck, okay? Very tempting to squinch your neck into your shoulders, but move the shoulders away from your ears here. And once you're comfortable, maybe you start to press the right hand. I'll spin around again to face you. You're going to press the back of your right hand into the floor. Maybe the left arm reaches up. Breathe. And the more you try to open your arms here, the more effective and deep the release will be. I have to concentrate really hard when I'm in this twist to keep my tailbone pointed back because it really wants to point to the left. So notice if you do that, we want that spine to be long. One more breath here in your big inverted twist. Let it go. We're going to come up through that twist at the top one more time. So press into the left hand as you inhale, twist open. So all that back tissue that we just stretched, we're going to compress it right now. Big breath here. Then exhale to bring it down. Right hand down, back to hands and knees. From here, let's bring it down to a seat. So you could take your feet to one side and sit your hips to the other. Okay, all ready to flip it over to a seat. Taking the legs out in front, just a little gentle seated twist and a fold here. Releasing any tension in that back body. So bring your right knee in and give it a nice hug. Kind of squeeze it in towards your chest. Okay. I'll spin to face you. Maybe like this. Okay. Give the right hip just a little time to release and soften up. And then once it starts to let go and kind of soften up in the hip, you can use just the left arm to hold the right leg and start to look over the right shoulder. And then those right fingers can come around behind you and push down on the floor to make you a little taller. So use those right fingers to lift your heart up a little bit. And take some nice breath here in your twist. Keep squeezing your right knee towards your heart. Big inhales. Big exhales. If the twist feels nice and you want a little more from it, you could take the left elbow outside the right knee and use that to deepen your twist as well. Breathe here. So twists are so important, okay, so wonderful for us. They really recalibrate the spine and balance it and kind of wring out to detoxify and rejuvenate all the tissues. Twists. As you're ready, you can untwist yourself. We're going to knock the right knee to the floor to make a little gentle leg shape for us to fold into. So put a little bend in the right knee. That's the left knee. The right leg is bent. Left leg is out in front of you. Sometimes I get my leg sides confused. So a little bend in the knee is just going to help the fold to be a little more gentle. Okay. Drop those fingers out in front of you. Make your spine nice and long. And just start to walk your heart in the direction of your left foot. We're going to hold when you feel any kind of resistance from the back of your body. Just holding and breathing right here. Now for some folks, just sitting up is a really nice stretch in the back of the body. And so if you have a big stretch across your back or the back of your leg, just stay right here and breathe. But if all is going well, see if you could start to gently kick the left foot down into the floor. Okay, keeping the strong leg, it's like you're kicking the floor down a little bit and lengthening that spine. And we'll take a few breaths in this fold. You might close your eyes, just enjoying that big stretch across your back body. It might feel nice to drop your head. If you do that, please remember to keep a long neck, moving your shoulders away from your ears. Okay, maybe one more big breath here in your little forward fold, stretching open the back body. And start to walk your hands back up and in by your hips. Lean back here. And we can point all the knees up at the sky here. Take a few windshield wipers, just shaking it out. Ooh, might get some pops. Things realigning. So we'll do the other side just like that, everything the same. All right, bringing those knees back to center, extend your legs. And this time, the left leg will be the bent one. The right leg will be the long one. And I like to think of kind of stepping the left foot onto the right inner thigh here. Okay. Okay, so we're hugging the left knee first, pointing it up at the sky, squeeze it into your heart. Nice and tall in your spine. And give that left knee, or that left hip, just a little time to soften. I like to put a little resistance into it too, kind of moving the knee away as I squeeze it in. And once it softens up a little bit, allow just the right arm to hold the left leg, okay, which frees that left arm to go behind you to deepen your twist and to make you a little taller. Big breathing here. So the more you can turn that nose to look behind, the deeper your twist can be. And the deeper your twist is, the deeper your breath is, of course. Maybe to deepen your twist for the next few breaths, you take that right elbow outside the left knee. How about one more big breath in your nice twist? Okay, untwist yourself, let it go. Now we can knock the left knee to the floor and just build our gentle fold here. So put a little bend in the right knee, fingers on the floor, and start to walk that heart out toward the right foot, okay? It takes your time to settle in. Your twist doesn't, your fold does not have to be deep to be effective. So you're not looking for necessarily a certain degree of fold, but just a feeling of opening in the back body. So think about just a slight resistance from the back of your body and hold it right there. Maybe the right leg is starting to activate as if to kick down against the floor, opening the back of the leg up more effectively for you. Maybe you drop your head, but with a long neck, please. Remember to breathe. In your folds, it's nice to focus on exhaling deeply. So maybe exploring that. How about one more really big exhale in your fold? As you're ready, walk yourself back up and out. Again, lean back on those hands. Let's point all the knees up and windshield wiper it one more time. All right, extend your legs here. Now we'll have both legs involved, okay? Nice and straight. Go ahead and reach towards your toes. But before we fold over these legs, I want to roll back. So make sure you have space to roll all the way down behind you. Point your tailbone at your toes and start to roll back in slow motion. It's going to Be nice and slow. Okay, as you stretch out nice and long, maybe take a big breath in right here, stretching out. As you exhale, roll it back up. Think of curling yourself back up. And then you can reach toward those feet if you like. You can actually reach as far as you want, folding forward. Okay, maybe just a little bit of a fold forward. But we're going to do this a few more times, finding a nice little rhythm. Inhale to roll it back. And exhale to roll it up. Okay, find your own little rhythm here, maybe closing your eyes, just closing off this practice with some gentle movement. Notice the front and back body working together to move your body with control. Maybe 3 more, just like this, nice and slow. 2 more. Last one. Next time you come forward into the fold, hold it right there. We'll just enjoy that for a little while. So remember, just go forward until you feel some release in the back of your body, pleasant, no pain, no stress. Put a slight bend in your knees. It can be bigger too than slight, but at least a little bit. And then start to kick the legs down into the floor and lengthen that spine. Hold and breathe in your forward fold. Legs kick down, soft bend in the knees, and the heart moves forward. Maybe one last breath in this forward fold, one last really big exhale, releasing all the tension in that back body. As you're ready here, slowly roll yourself up and all the way down. Okay, once you land, rest. It is time to rest. With your arms and legs extended, let your body just grow soft. Let all effort drain away. And let your breath get nice and soft as well. It's so important after we move and we activate and we focus our efforts to balance that with some time just to be, with no action and no doing, just being. So as you lay here, maybe just practice being aware of the moment as it unfolds. Practice noticing your senses, noticing your thoughts, noticing your breath. Take as long as you can to rest, just like this. The longer the better. This is where I'll leave you for our practice today, friends. Thanks so much for joining me.